Welcome back to Pinecrest Academy, everybody. This is Mr. Forti, and I am standing out in front of the lower school. And if you can notice behind me, this is the area where our carpool is going to be for this year. In the past, we've used the side, but starting this year, we're going to be entering through the front of the building. So let's take a walk with me as we walk into the building and we talk about some of the changes that you will see this year at the beginning of school. We're so happy that you're going to be back with us. So the first thing I'm going to do is, if I was getting out of the car, I would take one of my masks, and Mr. Forti's got a couple here at school. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mask on and kind of walk and talk with you. And of course, some of you may want to select some masks that are kind of colorful. I was out in California this summer and decided on finding some masks that were a little bit unique. So it's something that makes at least the day a little bit more enjoyable while you have your face covering on. All right, so now we're going to walk into our building. And follow me in. Of course, the building hasn't changed. It's just a year older. So we walk on in. And you'll notice that we do have a hand sanitizer station as you walk into the building. There's one right here in the entryway. We have some signs that refer to it, and then also some important signs for any of our visitors into our building. So come on in, let's go into the lobby. Also notice when you walk into the building, we have some reminders about social spacing that remind everybody to make sure that they're 6 feet apart. Lobby looks pretty much the same as it did. Oh, we have some spiffy little pictures on the wall of our paladins, which are brand new this year. And also you'll notice Mrs. DePalma is here today with us. She's waving to you. And notice that we also have just a protective barrier for her health and safety. All right, so now we've walked through the lobby. And we will be keeping the doors open this year so that we won't have to be opening up the doors as you walk in. So come on with me. We're going to go to Miss Couvillon's room first. And you'll notice as we walk in also, I just want to point out the lockers. Lockers are for 4th and 5th grade. We won't be using the lockers at the beginning of the school year because we'll be in the condition which we call yellow. So during yellow, we won't be using the lockers per se, but hopefully once we get through the beginning of the first of the year and we have a feeling that we can use our lockers, then we will then use them for our 4th and 5th grade. All right, so let's step into Miss Couvillon's room. All right, I'm at the door of Miss Couvillon's room. And come on, walk in with me. So you'll notice a little bit different this year. See how our desks now are spaced apart? So the goal is to try to space our desks apart about 6 feet. You'll see we have a couple of imaginary students here with us today, and of course we have our teacher behind the desk. You'll probably notice that we have a barrier there, a little shield, and that's also for another healthy practice to help maintain the health and safety of our teachers and our students. Once again, you'll be in your classroom, and in the classroom, more than likely the first couple of weeks of school, you will be wearing your mask. And if at times where we feel there's enough distancing, you may be taking your mask off to establish more of a comfort level. Let's take now a look at the sink area. A little bit different. Sink is the same, but we've added some new features. So when you come to school, of course, before you arrive at home, you'll be taking your temperature to make sure that you're well enough to come to school. Mr. Forti has already established that practice at home. Every day before I come to school, along with all the staff members, we take our temperature to make sure, that we are healthy enough to come to school. So when you arrive throughout the day, this station is set up. We have a place for you to wash your hands frequently, because that's one of the things that has been suggested, that frequently washing our hands is a good practice. We also have some cleanser to put on our hands, and also towels and surfaces that will be wiped down throughout the room. So once you're in your classroom, of course, instruction will go on as it normally has. Your teacher, in this case, Ms. Couvillon, will be conducting classes. She'll make sure that everybody keeps a separation during instruction. And then during the course of the day, we will have a time to change over when we go to the lunchroom. And when you go to lunch, we'll go there. We'll make sure that we're distances as we go over there. And then once you're in the lunchroom, it'll be set up a little bit different, but once again, we'll maintain the spacing out in the lunchroom too. Also, during the day, you'll be also going to specials when we feel that that's an appropriate measure to do. So your school day will look pretty much, very much like it did, just with some different practices to make sure that we keep you safe and healthy. So we look forward to seeing you. You'll be coming back to school on the 10th, which is a Monday. So we'll be looking forward to seeing you on that day. Mr. Forti, probably Mr. Lynch, and others will be out in carpool to welcome you back. And also we'll be doing a meet and greet virtually coming up on that Wednesday before school begins. More details on that will be sent out to parents over the next several days. So thanks for taking a walking tour with me. And once again, we look forward to seeing you soon.